I know it.
Yeah. Since you are saying that you have worked on Excel sheet, I'm going to ask you some questions. So tell what it is. It is row or column. What about this one?
Row.
That's true.
Oh, good. So you guys know in Excel sheet what is row and what is column, right?
Yes.
Now tell me how many records you can store in this Excel sheet. How many rows?
It is C.
And
No, I don't know actually.
anyone?
No.
No idea.
Okay. So in Excel sheet we can store 1,000 records. Hey guys, go on movie. And in of the MS Office, you stored almost 600,000 records. But you think of a situation where if the number of records will more than millions, then you need to use my Excel sheet, right? But how we store data in Excel sheet, let me tell you. Suppose in this Excel sheet, to maintain data for employees. So I will maintain employee ID, then his first name, and his first name, okay? Then I'm maintaining his salary, and I'm maintaining his department ID, okay? So first employee ID is suppose 1, and name is what salary you need?
Give.
It's your choice.
The amount doesn't matter.
How much?
5,000.
Money. Okay. Hourly rate. So salary and hourly, how much I can put in now?
40. Yeah.
13 in.
Okay. I get.
Okay. Apartment ID is 10. Need to, I'm going to put Shaker. How much I need, sir?
35.
Let's put 29. How about that? Okay.
Alright.
Let's ask Sharmila. What is this? Sharmila is very alert, right? Oh, if I'm going to say more, I will not get. So let's ask whatever I can give, right? But you know me. Okay, 30. So why not 25, Sharmila?
Okay.
Okay. For Sheetal, Nora, what about you? 20. So let's make it as 28 then. Happy
Thank you.
Sheetal. Expectation. Equal to, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, it's muted. That's fine. Yeah, I think you putting the 26, I believe.
26?
I'm guessing you, not me. I'm
Why
guessing
you are guessing about me? Just tell me what you
27.
27. Okay, so let's make 35 then. Right. Happy?
Yeah.
I'm sure Sharmila will be very angry at me, right, Sharmila?
It's okay.
Okay. So what I'm trying to show you here, trying to store this data in a Excel sheet, and let's save this file. As and I'm going to save this file in save. I will create a batch for you. L55. And I will name as employees. Now, what is sheet name? What is the
Employee.
employees? And what is the folder where I'm going to store this file?
35.
55, that's correct. In which drive I'm going to save that?
C.
Good. So as I told you that in Excel sheet, we are going to store only few 100,000 of records. We will have millions and millions of records. In this, we have to use many Excel sheets. So, an example like Walmart example. In Walmart, every 5 to 6 hours, there will be more than 1 million transactions. So, for one day, if you are going to store data in the Excel sheet, you have to store in many Excel sheets, right? Also for one of the application. There are many more applications and all. A big problem, right? about only storing the data. So I have stored data in 5 Excel sheets. Management asked you, hey, you know what? Give total profit in product A. Now, suppose he to get the data in a week time. For 1 week, you will have at least 30 Excel sheet. And for that particular product, you have to search in each Excel sheet, then submit, and then you will be able to show the result. But here are more and more complex requirement user is asking you. Now, since you have data in the Excel sheet, it's very, very difficult to do calculations. Why? Store data in database. And any one of you know, like, what is the sheet kind of a structure in database? Any?
Excuse?
That is the programming language.
And like there are columns and rows and.
Right. So what is that object name? Oh, good. Very good. Who gave me this answer?
Me.
Okay, and $3 your salary. Good. So that's very correct. So Excel type of a structure, we database and called table. This sheet I have stored in which folder? L55. Which drive?
C.
C drive. Same way, in database system also, like equivalent to drive is called database. SID. It has SID. It means in one system you may have many drives, right? C drive, D drive, E drive. In the same way, server also we can create database. Database is equivalent to drive in your system. And what you see a folder, right? In which system we store any file in there. What we do in this, any of you know what is the equivalent of folder in database? No, it is the equivalent of table. It's Excel sheet kind of a structure is equivalent of table in database. But what about folder?
I would say schema.
Oh, man. It's called schema. That's very correct. So, in base, there will be many schema. In each schema, there will be many tables. So, let me tell you here. So, the sheet is equivalent to table. Your Windows system and the database. sheet is equivalent of table and folder is equivalent to schema and div is equivalent to database. So in database, in one drive, there will be many folders. One folder, there will be many Excel sheets. In way, in database, there will be many schema, and in one schema, there will be tables. Here, all these things, now we have to see how we can get the data from sheet. Suppose I will tell you. I will ask you to get EMP-ID. So you hey, get EMP-ID. EMP-ID actually.
Use Sql command so that
No, I have not went to database yet. I'm just asking to get EMP-ID from Excel sheet. EMP-ID from Excel sheet. What to do?
Search. Column.
But where is that sheet? Which folder? I don't know.
Go to the L55 folder and the drive to the sheet.
Okay, so when we write the command for computer, if I will give you the command like this, the EMP-ID, I will tell you, hey, you know what? From go L55 folder and get data from every sheet. Okay, not clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clear that you have to go to L55 folder, sheet, and the EMP-ID. So when you got the command, like call as per the from clause, we get this 55 folder. So go and go L55 folder. That sheet actually .xls. Okay. And click here the EMP-ID. Then bring the result. Way this also works. Need to know the programming language. So we're going to learn programming language using which you're going to get data from database or then store the data in the database. So programming language is called SQL. You wrote the command select. It is a column name, right? Select all required columns, and then from you have to write table. So what it will do, it will go to the table and select a statement, get the column, and result. Before going to database, any one of you have any question?
Okay. We did not verify it's in the C drive. Do we need to do that or not?
Okay, so once in my system there will be only C drive, of course, but we'll log into the database. The self it will ask you which database you are going to log in. It will be only in that particular database. So in case you don't have to mention what is name.
Okay.
Okay, the database then. You need to write, suppose query, okay? Whatever code we write for SQL, that's called query. Now I'm going to log into the database. You will log in, it will ask you the password. Okay. So user is nothing but it is equivalent to where we can store the data. So I'm going to log into HR schema. HR schema in the sense, compare with the window HR folder. And you see the database name XE. Where we were having C drive, but here the database name is XE and the schema name is HR. Let's log in. Now do one thing. Select from employees. Right here, employee ID. Table structure, that's why I'm writing. So query from table I'm going to select the data. Correct. And which column I'm going to select?
ID.
That's correct. So what we can do, just select the statement and click on run. You got the result. Now suppose I need to display ID and salary. Anyone of you suggest me what will be the first word to write the query? Correct. So then what are the columns we need to select?
Employee.
Right. And write end here or no?
No, comma.
Just comma.
Good. Where
From employee.
now see employee ID and salary in both. Now ask you a question to all of you. I have to I want to write display employee ID job ID. And you have from employees table. You guys can do write the query and message me through the chat box. So write this query. So we write select ID salary D employees. Right. Now, if you display all the columns of employees table, what I need to do in that case? One is all the column name separated by comma, right? What is your way?
Select star.
Select star.
Okay.
Yeah, select star.
Let's write another query. This ID job ID document ID. I have to give you 2 minutes for this one also. So now I requirement where employee ID salary get only those employees whose salary is greater than 9,000. So you know how to write this query?
We can write it using where.
That's correct. So first of all, we write select. So employee ID salary from employees where greater than 9,000. That purpose, when we don't have to select all the record, we have to select some of the any other table data. We write where. Let's see how many of you got this concept. Let's write a query to employee ID and query. Dot. Many of you wrote the query. First of all the columns separated by comma. Then prompt, and then you have to write where. That's all for today.